Here we have a picture of 10-year-old Jordan Hill, a young man that lost his life on April 6th of 2025 when he was struck and unalived by an intoxicated Cody Rollison, which is a white guy in the state of Mississippi. Um, at the investigation, one of the things that stuck out to me as I was reading about this is that they said that they didn't find any skid marks, indicating that Cody did not even slow down as he approached Jordan Hill. Toxicology reports did come back that he was intoxicated, therefore, he was charged with aggravated DUI and felony, leaving the scene of an accident that killed this 10-year-old child. Um, he said that he left the scene because he did not have a phone to call 911. Yet, it was discovered that he returned back to the scene to pick up a mirror that I guess it fell off of his truck. When Cody Rollison runs over a child, he failed to stop and render aid. Toxicology report comes back that he was intoxicated. He returns back to the scene and he picks up a mirror that I'm assuming that came off of his truck during the time of the accident. Well, I don't know what it takes to get a conviction in the state of Mississippi. But if you think that's crazy, let's listen to what a couple of police officers had to say at the trial. One police officer said that he testified that he saw Cody Rollison fleeing the scene. His exact words were that he was rolling, meaning driving fast away from the scene of the accident. And the jury still came back with a not guilty verdict on the felony fleeing charges. Another white Amit sheriff deputy testified he opened Cody Rollinson's truck and smelled weed that had just been smoked. There was a shake of weed on the middle console of the truck, and they found a bunch of marijuana in the toolbox along with a weed pipe full of weed that was partially burnt. Blood analysis found weed in Cody Rollinson's system, and all white and one black jury found him not guilty of aggravated DUI. Both officers, mind you, testified under oath, and they still said not guilty. This is the type of stuff that you can just not make up. Man, do you think that they threatened that one black juror that was with them? Do you think they like all came together and was like, look, this what it's gonna be, and you're not gonna argue with this? Or do you think that maybe he was one of them? I don't know. But I can tell you this, that if it had been me, boy, we'd have probably been still up in that thing too. Hey, it ain't no way that a for real black person would have ever allowed them to come back with a not guilty on all of that stuff that Cody was guilty of, man. I mean, just from the evidence in the articles that is being written, he runs over the kid, he failed to stop to render aid, he is high as hell, he has all type of weed and paraphernalia in the vehicle with him. I mean, like, there are multiple things that he could have been found guilty on, and yet he was found not guilty on nothing. Who was this nigga that they had as a juror with the rest of these white people? You gotta know. I gotta know. There's so many people I know that is racking their brains and arguing within themselves, saying, "How could this happen? This is not right. Where is the justice?" What do you mean? How can it happen? This is not the first time something like this has happened in the state of Mississippi. Nor is it going to be the last time something like this happened in the state of Mississippi. This is what it is. And the sooner we realize that this is what it is, the better off we're going to be. Right now, They're so upset because he won't get outside. And as far as I know, this could have been another ploy to get us outside. Because normally, what, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we'd have been outside on this hill. We'd have been outside. They're trying to get us out, but we won't go outside. Maybe because we're starting to realize that this is what it is. Man, I feel so bad for the family of this young boy. The mother can't begin to imagine the grief that you were feeling on top of knowing that person who caused your child not to be here still walking around free. I don't know how big a Mitch County is, but there is probably a chance that he may run into this dude at a Piggly Wiggly or something like this. I don't know. But it makes you understand how a movie like Time to Kill was even created. Yeah. And I believe that that was a movie that took place in Mississippi. Samuel L. Jackson, little girl, brutally attacked and raped a white man. Jewelry came back not guilty. Sam took matters in his own hand. In fact, before the verdict was read, Sam took matters in his own hand, if I'm not mistaken, because he felt like it was not going to do right. Get it? When the justice system failed, then what type of justice needs to be served? I don't know, man. But I do wonder about that one nigga. That one nigga. Who was that nigga? I would love to know. That was on that jury that allowed a not guilty to come back. What? You better have packed your bags and moved up out of Mid County. There is no way that you could still be a resident in the Mid County. And you was one of the ones that came back with a not guilty.